Can you please for me? Okay, let's do this. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Young Intellectual Liberty Talk Show. I am your host, which is Kudiso Matlou, and I am here with the lovely, the great Kitumetsi Shakwani. The Kasi feminist, you name them and all that. Yes, we've got like very interesting topics that we are going to unfold today. We think it will. The main thing is to liberate the young minds, and set the young mind free. Because of if you look at today's world, we're losing a lot of young minds, a lot of young intellectuals, which they can just start up by something small. Here we are doing it. We've been postponing though, but then eventually we made it. It all starts by us by doing it. So, do you mind to
introduce myself?
Yes, please. Properly so.
I was gonna say, remember I had where we worship.
Yes.
I did an intellectuals
market.
This intellectual
Yes.
thing is just
it's running around. Oh yes. I forgot.
You remember that?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
That
people
means, but then
are intellectual.
no, but then I didn't steal your content.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like, it hit the back of my mind.
Yeah, that you once hosted something like this.
Oh, why do we start and we forget about things? Okay, let me introduce myself. Hi guys, my name is Kitumetse, and the white name that was given by my parents is Precious, and my surname is Shakwani. I am. Now I'm not gonna say my age, but I am 30 years old.
Yes, old enough. You are legal.
The cat dance, I'm old enough to do it.
Yes.
I am a part-time student, a part-time employee, just a full-time human being.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm also dispossessed because we still don't have land.
Oh yes, what an interesting very topic there. Yeah.
So I was born and bred in Soshanguve, and yeah, man. Sometimes I solve things. Sometimes I'm just a hustler. Finally, I had to say it. Yes, I'm a hustler, guys.
Yes, watch out the space. Watch out the space. You see the intellectual thinking. Ha. Okay,
Yeah.
Kitumetse, when we get into this a very touchy issue, a very touchy subject, especially that needs a lot of us intellectuals to look at it, because of like it's a fact that we have the political mindset and entrepreneurial advisory that you can give to young intellectuals, because of I think also as us young black kids, we depend too much on the government, whereby the government keep on failing us, that's my own mindset or my own view, which I'm entitled to. I know my constitutional right, but then I also like it's something we have to. Okay, what's your take on that? If I go.
Okay, let me just start by saying that I'm not in any party. I just stopped affiliating with parties because at some point they kind of lose it or forget. They forget
because
their
of
mandate.
they come when they have their own agenda.
Yeah, and because I at some point I worked for the IEC, I understood the roles these people play, and we cannot blame a certain party and say this is because of you that we do not have jobs. This is because of you that young people are so unruly and stuff like that. It's because of a certain person. Okay, so this goes back also to the healthy mindset. Mental health matters. At the end of the day, we should go back and blame a certain person, a certain individual. If corruption was not there, if this person was not corrupt, or this person didn't bribe a particular human being in order to be at the position that they have, then we wouldn't have everyone who has to find a position in life, whether it's politically, so whether it's church wise, whether it's work wise, they have to bribe someone in order to get there. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So with politics, is politics good tricky, guys? Good bad, good sticky, aku wow, aku
Akumandi.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's not nice, like, because I also, let's take it back to Fismas Fall.
Yes,
There's a lot
yes.
of people that I used to look up to while I was still in varsity, in a contact varsity, and I was like, Joe, dude, like, this female is gonna be a president one day. And then now I'm looking at them and I'm like, they forgot about her, they forgot about him. Let me not make it only female,
yes,
They forgot about them, they forgot about a particular human being, and then this human being was in the forefront with them. You understand? Not because they're in parliament, they're forgetting. I'm not blaming the ones who are now in parliament, but
yes.
I'm blaming the people who chose the ones who are now
in parliament.
You understand what I mean? So it's ish.
It's a very touchy issue,
because also we see people mukas, especially mukas. This person has been serving this particular party for years, and today the person still pampiri, or they don't have a job, or they're still waiting for that tender to come musosha in order for them to get a piece of bread. You understand what I mean? So it's a bit politics, a bit tricky, but all I want to say is that if you had to choose for a party to vote for, right, or a party to join, right, this is from my perspective, from working from the IEC and being part of a party and then just observing from the outside. If you just want to be part of a party, right, listen to me, if you want to be part of the party, look at the history of the party, not look at what the ancestors of the party did. No.
Yes.
Look at 5 years back, what the party did and what the party did achieve. If you go to your municipality, they have archives that can give you in the past 5 years we were led by a particular party, and then they were given maybe 5 billion rands, and with that 5 billion rands, 3 billion rands was accounted for, and then 2 billion rands it's not accounted for. The treasury is still making investigations. Then that's when, where did it go? Then that's when you have to say,
okay, yes, I can make a decision.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
Okay, no, not this one. Let me check out this one. And it's not really saying that because you're a young person, then you must go to the apple parts, and because now you're an old person, you must go to the banana parts. If you get what I'm saying, But then, you just have to make the right decisions. It's not only for you, it's 4 years.
Because of 4 years is a lot.
It's
People
a
lost
lot.
their life.
You can get a degree, guys, with 4 years.
With 4 years, yes.
You understand? So you must just be very mindful. Don't just go by the KFC and the T-shirt that they give you at the particular time. Just be very mindful. When it goes to entrepreneurship, is it Vusi? I was listening to the guy, and then he was saying that a lot of people think they're entrepreneurs because they've started something. But you're just creating yourself a job. You're not an entrepreneur, I might be misquoting him there, but then it was somewhere along those lines. When you start something also, I was also now coming here listening to Jay Makopa. He's a Christian pastor, young pastor. So his podcast is saying that most of us, God has given us the startup, or the vision rather, right?
Yes.
The vision to start something, but we are so quickly to take upon the vision and just run with it without going back to God. Whether you're Muslim, whether you believe in African spirituality, and then if not, your African spirituality is not in contact with Christianity, I don't care, whatever you believe in, right? Whatever vision that you are given, right? Go back to whoever you believe in to say, please give me the strength to see how to pass through this vision.
Yes,
You understand?
yes.
There's certain steps. Hey guys, people are scamming people. To
Yo.
register a company is, I think, under 200 bucks. And then someone will say, I'll register your company for 500 rand.
500
You understand? I understand Lebona, they are business people.
People, yes, they are out
But
there too.
you don't have start up when yourself and then utlozula 500 they just to give someone to help you register a company.
Only
you
to
know?
find that that's a scam.
That's a scam. Make enough research. Make sure, even like, you know, a lot of us who get demotivated, Costata, maybe jewelry company, and then American Swiss is here. But how? What if more people will go to
Yes.
them, not me? And don't be demotivated. They have their gaps. Look at their gaps, and then just
When I just fill them up. I think that's what Auxiliary Diamonds, the one who makes the crafts for Connie figures said.
Yeah.
Like he went straight into the business and like he's selling like real deal. So
understand
people
what I
were like, he's a black person, where does he get the real diamond, you know, to sell it at the price that he sells? And then like Connie Ferguson as being the black female who I think she has made it through, supported the black person.
Yeah.
People went flocking there.
You understand?
You get it?
Yeah.
So like I think it's also on that when it comes to entrepreneurial English, yes.
you know.
But then while we were still in this politic thing, because of the politic thing, it's very, 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 very touchy subject. When we especially come to this thing, we are during the pandemic, of course. We've seen some of the decisions that were made. So my question is that, look, we've seen some of the decisions that were making by the current government, if I might put it like that.
Yeah.
Some
The safest way.
some we feel like the government should have done that. The government should have done that, but then the thing is that they are in power. They think they know what's best
right
for us.
Yeah.
You know. But then when it comes to that, like I also feel like the ministers are also misleading the country as a whole, because of the president would come and address and make rules or make regulations and say this is how it's going to happen. Then we have one minister who says by 9 o'clock you have to be in bed. You get what I'm trying to say? Or like it doesn't work like that. As especially young people, we tend to disobey the rules because of we no longer know. Or okay, the president said at midnight we should light candles. Then because of this person is a minister, he comes and say 9 o'clock.
We are sleeping.
So you get what I'm trying to say? What are the constitutional rights they're saying? I know we are under the state of disaster thing, but then you know more about law. What's your take on that?
I think it goes back to too much power. Some people have, you know, let's start by saying the pandemic has just put everyone literally under lockdown. Even
yes, the whole globe. Yes,
even just in the mind, you know, you like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like there's this air, literally there's an air of lockdown out here, you know, the atmosphere of lockdown. It's like even getting outside your yard, you feel like something is pushing you back because of there's an air of lockdown.
yes.
You know, I think it was Steve Biko, and his quote says something about a black child, the greatest power a black child has is their mind, or something along those lines, you know,
The intellectual
you understand?
Yes,
So a lot of, because the ministers are, I would say they are the only ones who are allowed to travel. Basically, ministers, councillors, MECs, mayors, they're just allowed to travel. So that's too much power that's given upon them. So if a person says 9 o'clock you should sleep, we are not your kids, Tina.
Yeah, I think it should start there. Because of, to start with, you are telling our fathers, our mothers to go to sleep at 9 o'clock.
Who's paying the rent? That's that thing.
Yes, yeah. Who bought that bed?
Our case closed, guys. You understand what I mean? But
Yes.
it's a back and forth,
Back and forth thing.
you know, because we're under the state of
Disaster.
rules can be made anytime. Rules can be broken
Can be
anytime.
amended. Yes.
Anytime. You understand? So it's also a tricky situation. But then I just want to tell people that whoever's looking at this, stand your ground.
Yes.
You understand? You should always stand your ground. No, even if you do not know the entire constitution,
but then know the rules of that particular time.
Yeah, you understand. Know your
Like
worth.
research.
Do a bit of research. Know your worth. Let's say you are selling the kwang or the mask, and then now they're telling you 9 o'clock you need to be indoors, and train your tloga Pretoria go fitla Hammanskraal takes about an hour, and then the next train is on at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock go fologa ko Maopane station, and then you have to catch another taxi. What happens then?
What happens there? Because of in that situation, you don't have a letter.
Yeah, you
understand. Essential.
You understand what happens in that case? Do you now have to go back and ask for a letter? Do you now it's very tricky? But I just have to say, like, know your ground. Be updated with the latest news. I know there's a lot of fake news, but then those fake news sometimes they help us, because the people behind the fake websites, they're thinking about the worst possible solutions, and then they're writing about it as in like it's happening now.
Right now.
So you have to just take it and say, oh, because now I'm probably working with kitchen, and then kinamena besi at 8. What happens? So it means that I need to get a letter. And remember, Big Fred is not your father.
Let's start there. We must not get into trouble, my friend.
We must not get into trouble, but then he needs to be told that he's not our father. You know, our father is our father.
Yeah. Mama, wait, to sing to me, then you should tell to Mamina. Yes.
That's why he gets so emotional when we don't obey, because it's our father.
Yeah. He almost cried a few days back. Yeah.
And cut.
Yeah. I like your head though.
Thank you.
Yes. Moving right along, because of I'm also looking time.
Did you get it though? And cut. You within this industry, so you should get it.
I didn't get it.
He was.
Oh, what a shade! Wow! What a shade! What? Oh shit!
He probably needs a job. There by Cartoon Network. Okay, no, let's move on, guys.
I think I should do the casting, because of I'm an executive producer.
Oh. Yeah,
Hi, moving right along before we get into trouble with the law. We are moving to the other topic. I know you as the Kasi feminist. Most of us don't know how does the feminism work? Some would say like feminism, and then Kamo, she is also so African spiritual. How does that combine? How does that work? What's your take on that? And I think it's also going to be interesting because at the end of this season of the interview, the panel that I have, we're gonna have like a debate thing, so that I think it will be interesting there. But then for now, what's your take for the next one? Oilomoro will take this, would be prepared, so that you can also be prepared.
A lot of people say that blackness does not go with feminism, right? And I've seen a lot of videos. At some point I was like kind of convinced, and I was like, Nambora. Let me just start there, They're like, Christianity does not go with feminism.
Yes.
Nambora.
Wow, what a shade.
Nambora, like literally, because let's look at the modern day and age. Everyone is waking up at 6 o'clock to get ready for their 9 to 5, or for their 8 to 4.
8 to 4 years.
So if, let's say, you are marrying a doctor, right? And the doctor 8 o'clock, okay, na morning shift. maybe 1 o'clock they knock off, right? And it's a female doctor, right? They knock off, probably they have paperwork, they do some paperwork, 4 o'clock they are home. You are an engineer, 8 o'clock you're at the field, 4 o'clock you're home too. Who's supposed to cook? Am I, as the woman, supposed to cook and the manager's supposed to be there changing channels? And I have to take care of the kids and clean the house? Or as the guy's responsibility to do those, and I have to just be there with my nails and Q-tags and, you understand?
But then sorry to interrupt you, but then again I also have to bite a little there. You see, that one is a very deep one. We can talk now. Someone listening to this would out of 5 only one would get your point.
That's
the thing.
very true.
Because you know why? The mindset
Yes.
that we were raised, that a boy child,
it's supposed to do A, B, and C.
Yes.
And then the girl child has to do C, D,
D
and
and
E.
E.
You
Yes,
understand?
and the majority of the household work were taught the girls.
You get me? See, we are on the right track, me and you. You understand? We are on the right track. So when I decided to say, no, I'm going to embrace this thing of I'm a feminist, you know, I'm going to be a feminist, very good, but also my name starts with K, so it made sense.
It made
So I
sense,
was like,
yes.
oh, as a feminist, I am going to be this. A lot of people came back like, you'll never get married.
Oh, wow.
You'll never keep a boyfriend. You'll never this, you'll never that.
Oh.
And I was like, it's fine. Especially guys, you know, I meet guys who are from, I said for I'm part-time student, so when I'm at school, you find that some person is from Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, right? I don't want to say the rurals, but then from other provinces that are not from Gauteng. They will come with the mindset of, yeah, Gauteng, you guys are loose, hence why you guys are feminists.
Okay.
So they will just, oh, you're a feminist.
Get like
Here's my dick, look at my dick, because you're a feminist. Take. It's guys, being like Mina, I like to say I grew up in a feminist household. I used to grow up with my dad working different shifts, the night shift, morning shift, afternoon shift, my mom having a stable 9 to 5 job. And then sometimes I'll get back home and my dad is at work, but then I'll find him, it's either he did half of the household chores, you understand? And my mom will have to affiliate.
Yeah.
If we are together within those shifts, sometimes my dad would clean the house or will cook, and my mom will help me with my homework, or my dad will help me with my homework, and my mom will do this. You understand? It was a let me help you. Yeah, you understand?
You know?
So when I first had the idea of feminism, that's it. Like, you know, we have
for you, it just
it clicked at the back of my mind for Musmina. I've always been a feminist. I just needed, you know, to confirm it. So a lot of people just think that feminists are just angry, bitter people, but it's not that most feminists are bitter. We ask a lot of questions. Why?
Which can be very touching or personal, rather.
Yeah, why is this happening like that? Why is, like, you know, certain things, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, a lot of cultural things are not supposed to be questioned, but I was like, no, let me try to find out the history of why certain things are being done like that, you know. Why do men eat first in most